On this video after close of trade Wednesday, 27th of April 2011. Hope you had a great Easter. Certainly did. Seems like ages since I put up a video on the site. I hope I can remember how to do this. Just a couple of things before getting into the charts. First of all, got myself a new computer over the weekend. It was a MacBook Pro, the latest MacBook Pro 17-inch 2011 version, which is a pretty nice machine. Just spending the weekend kind of configuring that and getting it how I like it. Thank you to all the subscribers, the new subscribers who've signed up to 10 days to better Emini Trading. That's been pretty huge. They're in the hundreds now, and getting some good feedback from that. So I hope everybody's enjoying that video series. And yesterday was a slow grind up day, which is the absolute worst, my worst kind of trading day, and I didn't disappoint. I lost 4¼ points, kicked myself, and decided to not record a video and show my stupidity. But anyway, in some ways I kind of traded that day better than I would have, a year or two ago. A year or two ago I would have just been chasing the market up. Yesterday I didn't do that. I kind of lost a little bit to start with, and just waited and waited to the end of the day to get kind of end of trend warning signals, and tried to trade those, but just didn't work for me. So I don't know. One day I'll get those kind of sorted out. But made it back today, so that's pretty good. I'll show you my tag on my day trades to this video. And of course the big stuff today was all about the Fed. We had the meeting announcement and the press conference and everything. I haven't checked the news feeds to kind of really read the commentary on what was going on, but obviously the market liked it. So just on the charts, we closed up at 1352. A couple of things. The volume that we've had lately it just goes lower and lower and lower. But I suppose we're still trading off this exhaustion type volume that we saw, which was huge back here, which was kind of the Japanese tsunami, Fukushima kind of news event kind of down here. So I suppose in retrospect, we need to see some kind of mirroring of that type of sell-off volume on the upside at some point. But we're just running out of steam as we're kind of grinding higher. And now we start to look at this better sine wave signal, and I suppose it was a couple of days late, didn't kind of pin the bottom, which would have been nice. But it looks like it's going to play out its full kind of move up here until we get some kind of cyclical cross. However, we were kind of starting to get a little bit of exhaustion kind of activity today, and I'll show you that on the tip bar charts. Second thing to show you is the euro chart. The euro, and all the currencies versus the dollar has just been extraordinary. I'm sitting here in Australia, and I think overnight we went to 108 versus the dollar. Parity in an Australian's mind is incredibly important level, and we're going to almost 10% kind of overbought on that measure. And it's just what they're doing to the dollar is extraordinary. But I don't believe this will last forever, and we're starting to see on the currency side of things the beginnings of that kind of topping out move. So I said that we had this bottoming activity on the euro back at the end of 2010 and beginning of 2011, and it consisted of all these kind of exhaustion selling patterns here, flush signals, end of trend, professional down blue bars into this 129, 130 type level here. And the move, I've been saying, the move will continue until we get a similar type of exhaustion type pattern on the upside. So with today's activity on the euro on a daily chart, so we've had the first of those. The sell-off that we had just over a week ago here, down professional blue bar into 42. We've bounced from there. We're now up at 47.5, and we've got a little bit kind of exhaustion kind of going on. So need to be seeing similar type activity, professional blue bars going up, exhaustion patterns at end of trend, pullbacks and end of trend. So again, we've got to make that to go, and flush signals and so on. So I think we'll probably slowly kind of grind higher on the euro, but we'll start to put in some kind of kind of cyclical patterns up here. And I think that'll be true on a lot of the currencies. So the currency, I think, are going to get trickier to trade over the next few weeks as we kind of top out on those. And then long-term charts on the Emini, so the 40,500 tip bar chart, you can see we had this bottom kind of being made at 1290, last week, and the end of trend, second cyclical turn after end of trend, we never got that kind of exhaustion selling signal. That's as good as we got kind of down here, and the move just took off to the upside. So now we're starting to see some blue professional bars at the highs. If I just go to the 13,500 tip bar chart, you can note on this chart we've just formed end of trend warning signal blue professional bars into these 1350 levels. Pretty extreme kind of buying activity kind of going on. And then if I go down to the I beg your pardon, go down to the 4,500 tip bar chart, we kind of overshot this cyclical resistance level here. We've got exhaustion, buying, and so on. So tomorrow we've got to put in a pullback and an end of trend topping out kind of pattern before starting to weaken after that end of trend on the 13,500 tip bar chart. So that's my kind of view on what's going to happen tomorrow. A little bit of selling until we find support at the pullback level on the 4,500 tip bar chart, continue to make an end of trend, and then kind of take it and see what kind of happens from there. So there we go. I hope your trading went well today. As I said, I'll tag on my day trades. They were fairly neat. Just goes out fairly early in the day with my 4 points. Very slow kind of day, typical kind of FOMC type day. A little bit of activity to start with, kind of small ranges and fairly slow. And it's best just to make what you can on those days and just get out and wait for the news announcements and see if there's kind of tradable setups after that. Anyway, yeah, so there we go. Hope your trading is going well. Just gone short of 45.25. Market's just opened about a minute ago. And it's kind of early to be taking a trade, but everything's kind of lining up for me. So we've got an end of trend warning signal on the 500 tip bar chart, cyclical resistance here on the 15, and we've had kind of blue professional bars at the high, exhaustion buying into the open, and then bearish divergence, and a flush signal on the 4500 tip bar chart with a cyclical turn here. So it's kind of early to take a trade. I'm sure we're going to have a little bit of support come in here on the 500 tip bar chart. But anyway, so just short at 45.25, and here's the support coming in. So blue professional bar, cyclical turn here. So we're likely kind of to retrace a little bit, but I'll be interested to see what happens now. I just got out at 45.25 for a scratch trade there. Exhaustion selling on the downside here. Blue professional bars kind of coming on the 1500 tip bar chart. Just worried that we're going to get caught on a cyclical support here on the 1500 tip bar chart. So that was just kind of too early to go short. So out at 45.25 for a scratch. It's long at 44.50, and reason for getting long is we've come into a whole series of Rambo patterns here. 1, 2, 3. Bullish divergence after exhaustion, selling on the downside. Just about to form a cyclical support here on the 1500 tip bar chart. No blue professional bars kind of coming on this little kind of sequence here. Just expecting a little bit of a pushback up to the highs. We're still underneath this cyclical kind of resistance level on 45. So don't think. This trend direction would say we're kind of in a downtrend here. There's a blue professional bar kind of come in, so that's good, and there's the cyclical support kind of come in here. So just expecting a little bit of a test back up to the highs, and let's see what happens there. If we get kind of blue professional bars kind of coming in, then that'll be a good opportunity to get short. So just long at 44.50. A minute or so later, kind of tested down to the 33s, kind of down here, but had a nice little flush signal kind of come in. So we've had our exhaustion selling, kind of the move slows down with these kind of bullish divergence kind of signals going in here, and this last little push down here, flush signal kind of flushing out the sellers at that point. So we kind of broke it into bingo there, 45. Got a bullish divergence signal here with support on the 1500 tip bar chart. So we're going to have a little bit of a run to the upside until we get a cyclical cross here on the 1500 tip bar chart. So that's what I'm shooting for. So still long at 44.50. Just came out at 46 even, just for 1.5. And the reason for coming out here is had a little bit of exhaustion kind of buying on the 500 tip bar chart. Coming into this move, into this cyclical turn on 15, being led by the amateurs here, a couple of amateur up bars, Rambo patterns here. So we could easily kind of pop to the upside, but I'm just kind of concerned that we're coming into these kind of previous highs and we're just going to roll over and go the other way. So just out at 46 even, just wait and see what happens next. Just gone short 44.50, probably not a great point to enter. hoping for a little bit of a retrace back up into the 45s, having seen this kind of amateur down bar on the 1500 tip bar chart, but I don't know, I think we might kind of just run away here. Yeah, a little bit. There we go. So reason for getting short, so this push back up into kind of the open highs at the open, being led by the amateurs here. Exhaustion buying on this side. When you look at the 1500 tip bar chart, it was pretty weak buying here, having had our exhaustion before the open, and all these blue professional bars before the open. So this is kind of professional activity followed by amateur activity, kind of goes the other way. So oh well, blue professional bar coming on the 500 with cyclical support, so yeah, we could well get a little bit of a bounce from here. So the entry isn't going to be great, but I think anyway, we'll see. This is what I'm playing. This is kind of a test back up in this cyclical turn on the 45. So as soon as we crack kind of below, if we crack below this kind of 43.50 level down here, we'll get a little bit of speed going on this move, so fingers crossed. Okay, bingo, just out at for 42 even. Got a pro signal exit here. Had exhaustion selling and a blue professional bar kind of come in. So cyclical support kind of coming on the 1500 tip bar chart. Probably get it shortly on the 4500 tip bar chart here. So at 42, that gives me 2.5, which gives me 4 with 3 trades. So the market's pretty slow today. That's probably going to do it for me. Going to watch the FOMC announcement and the press conference kind of later on, see what happens there. But things are likely to kind of quiet down going into that. Anyway, out for 2.5 on that last one.